Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause some Lewis's are ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits, because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. Let's not forget that. Let us not forget that. We do have some breaking news information. I mean, it's been out for about an hour or so, but it's breaking on this show. So we're going to talk about it, okay? Sorry for the late start. Had to gather a few things and make sure that we had all the things that we need for this conversation. So we got a lot to talk about. Well, it's not going to be a super long show, but nonetheless, there is some things here that I think are interesting enough for us to bring this up and have a conversation. Now, before we get into everything, though, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you are watching on other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, let's not forget to hit that follow button on those platforms. I'm streaming on all those, right? Also, please be sure to hit that subscribe button here on my YouTube channel, the main channel. Go over to the secondary channel, the Pascal Show clips. Make sure you crush that subscribe button over there. Make sure you have those notification bells set to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it is random. And a lot of times it's all about the breaking news stuff. And lately, everything's just been breaking. It's been nuts. All right. So subscribe, notification bell set to all. Make sure you do that. Check out my join button down below. Become a member. Support this channel if you can. Go check out my Patreon and my locals, please and thank you. And of course, if you like this kind of merch, something like this, pascalmerch.com. Go check it out. This is all handcrafted by yours truly right here. Hoodies, t-shirts, etc. Go check it out. This is called the Vibrant Black Hoodie. Go check it out. We also have matching sets, tops and bottoms. Okay, go check it out. You're gonna love it, I'm sure. And we got some really great stuff over there as well. All right, and I still got that GoFundMe going on because I still am in the middle of production for this Christmas special, this holiday special that I'm putting together right now as we speak. So if you want to contribute, you want to support, check it out. Go check it out. The link is down in the description box down below as well. And it's also pinned to the top of the chat right now. If you want to support, a little goes a very, very long way. Okay, guys? All righty. We got to get into some things. We got some conversations to have, my lovelies, okay? Just wanted to give you guys this. Well, this is breaking news, and this is pretty crazy. And I'm seeing in the internet streets people feeling some type of way about this new update. This breaking news piece of information. Tony Buzbee is suing Jay-Z's Roc Nation for illegal solicitation, guys. Yes, he is claiming. And by the way, we already heard about this. Now it's on legal documents. We're going to take a trip down memory lane. Don't worry, we will. Because some of y'all go, what? We talked about this before. I don't remember that. And say what? How, who, what, when, where, and why? We're going to explain all that. This is all kind of old news, but now it has been made into a legal document. It has been put into a separate legal document, and now he's going after Roc Nation, okay? And he's saying that Roc Nation are the people, that company is the actual company that these people are a part of, that they were working under, which is also another, I gotta hit the button. Sorry. Yeah. It's another one, baby. It means another one. Yeah. It means we are now finding out, according to Busby. Let me just make that abundantly clear. His allegations are made towards a company that have been out here already way before they were contacting any clients, former clients of Buzbee. They've been out here before. We're going to talk about that here in a second, because now we have confirmation, or at least he is putting out the allegations. Tony Buzbee and his law firm are putting out these allegations saying that the people that we've been seeing as of late over the past couple weeks now that have been making headlines online and all that stuff, who's paying them? What payroll are they on? Who's signing their checks? According to Tony Buzbee, he's saying it's Roc Nation. Remember this. I want to remind you this too, okay? I want to remind you this too. They said in interviews, in these random videos, and we're gonna take a trip down memory lane in a second. In videos that have been put out here on TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. We've even watched them here on this channel as well. Certain people are saying, these private investigators, I'm just going to get straight to the point. These private investigators are saying, we work for a company. We work for a company that wants to know who you are getting paid by. Who's paying you to go on and talk about Diddy? Who's paying you to go and talk about these bad things about Diddy? And is it possible that we could give you more money for you to change the narrative so that you say more positive things about Diddy? You know, just change what you got to say. Did I not say this just about a week ago? Let me just ask you this again. Did I not just say this about a week ago? Now he's finally connecting the dots and confirming everything now within this lawsuit. Let's take a look at this article. First off, I'm sorry. I'm an egotistical man. I'm sorry. I'm just a man. And sometimes when I'm right, I got to congratulate myself. Okay. I'm hugging myself. This is what's happening. I'm patting myself on the back. Yes, I am the cat that got the cream that just can't stop licking himself. Okay. Yes. I'm doing that again. That feels good. Yes. Stop. You're making me blush. Stop it. Okay, let's concentrate. Okay? But I'm telling you right now, think about this for a second. Last week, I asked the same doggone question. And now we're actually getting confirmation of those things. Okay? Oh, just for phone. Thank you so much. I will hug myself again just for you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All the love and the hugs. I appreciate it. So now here's the thing. And I'm sure other people already did the math too. I'm not the only one. We all brilliant. We all geniuses. Okay? We at that level. We at genius level, y'all. In our own right. But now he is finally putting a company to the incidents that we've seen. So let's get into this article. We got the statements. We're going to take a little trip down memory lanes and all that stuff. So he is accusing Roc Nation, Jay-Z's Roc Nation, with illegal solicitation. Okay, in this illegal solicitation lawsuit, that they're saying that he's alleging that these particular agents, these particular private investigators, or let's just say glorified goons that have been out here in these streets and calling people, knocking on people's doors, etc. He's saying that they are also impersonating agents, officials, etc., to try to get in contact with former clients. This is what Tony Buzbee is alleging in this lawsuit. I just want to make that abundantly clear. And we're going to look at that here right now. And we are going to look at a statement that he has, because he has a statement that he put up on Instagram this morning. And we're going to look at that from his actual Instagram as well. And he shows receipts. But some of these receipts are, They owe, though, because we've seen these and we've talked about it. Now he's just putting everything into legal documents, into a lawsuit, just so you guys know. So it's going to be a little bit of a trip down memory lane because y'all going to be like, Pascal, we seen that. We are seen it. Fine. But he's now piecing it all together. He's clumping it all together under Roc Nation now. Oh, and another thing, really quick. Really quick. If that is the case, that Roc Nation under a groove. Okay, if Roc Nation is actually the company that paid off these PIs to show up at people's doors and say, who number two working for? Something like that. Who does number two work for? Right? Who's paying you to talk about Diddy? Can we pay you more to change your narrative? So if that's the case, you mean to tell me you ain't friends? I'm just saying. You tell me you ain't friends. You asking on behalf of Diddy? Are you out here talking about Diddy? We see you putting out content. Oh yeah, that skit was funny. Ha ha ha. We're asking you, who's paying you to do that stuff? And if they are paying you, if we were to pay you something a little bit more handsome than what they're paying you right now, are you willing to change your narrative? Are you willing to change your story? Why are you doing this on behalf of Diddy if you ain't friends? I'm asking for a friend. Someone answer that to me. You tell me you ain't friends? You ain't friends. You ain't friends. You ain't friends. Come on, man. You ain't friends? With all due respect, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. You tell me you ain't friends? But you got a company, Roc Nation under a groove, going out of your way, rapping on people's chamber door and saying, who is paying you to talk about Diddy? And we'll pay you more if you just change the narrative and talk about good things about Diddy. Why would you do this on behalf of Diddy if you ain't friends? I'm just saying. Make it make sense. Just saying. Y'all ain't friends? Okay. This is the one that kills me the most. You know what I mean? That's the one that kills me the most. You ain't friends? All right, I'm done. You ain't friends? Now I'm done. Let's move on. Let's get into this article. Again, I mean, come on, guys, because I know some of y'all are going to be like, no, man, they ain't friends at all, man. They just might know each other and stuff, man. Come on, now. Come on, man. Come on, Pete. Come on, Cut. Don't do my dude like that. Come on, Cut. Let me tell you something. I like Jay-Z. I'm a big fan of his music. All these allegations and all this stuff sucks. I was like, don't do my dude like that. No. Oh, God, not you. It was like that for me. In my head, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? You want to say, it's like that kid that goes up and they think they're amazing. It's like the talent show and they're doing their thing and they're just bombing really bad and you can't go up there and save them. You're just like, oh, no. Yeah, he's great. God, you know what I mean? You just want to save him. You do to a certain extent, but then they just keep doing stuff, and you're like, don't do that. It looks bad. Don't do that, man. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. All this stuff that's going down, it's like, oh, you don't need to do that. Don't. Or that, the one that says, I can sing, and they go and they sing a little solo in church, and you're like, oh, that's bad. But Amen. Yes. Take your time. Amen. Yeah. Praise the Lord. Yeah. Amen. You know what I mean? Because you can't do anything else except pray for him. Real talk. This is the same situation. This is bad. If these allegations are true, this is bad. So let's take a look at this. Yes, take your time. Take your time now. Come on, girl. Take your time. God. Just go up a little bit. Can't save them. You can't save them. It's already happened. It's already happening. That. Amen. You know? So now Tony Buzbee is saying that Roc Nation is the company that was funding these private investigators flying all over the country, knocking on people's doors, calling up former clients and saying, hey, man, hey, how much would it be if we can get you to sue your former lawyer, your former law firm? We'll pay you. Were you happy with their performance? With them treating your case? Were you happy with it? And some of them, I'm sure, were like, nah, I ain't happy with this at all. Not one bit. And then Roc Nation's agents were sitting there going, oh, okay, bet. So we'll give you some money so you can sue back. We just need you to start doing it right now. How much will you need to make it happen? Some of these mother lovers are getting $10,000 just to file. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now I will say this too. I see you guys in the chat. The feed might be a little sticky, just so you know, okay? But if you can hear me, you can still hear me, all right? But it's crazy what they're saying here. So let's take a look at this, all right? Unbelievable. It's like, no, you didn't have to do that. You really didn't have to do that. But okay, they're doing it, and now they're getting caught. Oh, well, the allegations, what they're alleging is bad. All right. So here's the thing. Busby accuses Tony Buzbee accused Jay-Z's Roc Nation agents of trying to prevent his firm from pursuing cases relating to Sean Diddy Combs. Now, again, I'm telling you right now, why would they do that? If they're not friends, why would they go out of their way to try to protect and help Diddy? It doesn't make any sense. So Jay-Z's Roc Nation is being sued by Tony Buzbee's law firm. Okay. And of course, Tony Buzbee, who's representing a woman who's accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of attacking her in 2000. Now, we've already seen the whole situation with, hold on, guys. You guys are saying you're having some issues. You guys are having some issues. Let me try something. I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that's a little bit better. If it's not, then I will try something else. All right. It has been fairly sticky, which I hate, but it is what it is. But moving on, let's get into this, okay? So Jay-Z's Roc Nation is being sued by Tony Buzbee, the lawyer representing the woman, the Jane Doe, that accuses Jay-Z and Diddy of attacking her in 2000. Now, I understand some people are saying it's 2000, in 2003. Some people are saying there's been a lot of allegations popping all over the place. All right. And there's no confirmation of said thing as of late. All right. Now, one thing, though, let me see. Hold on, guys. Sit tight. I will be right back. I just have to reboot this computer. All right. I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. All right. I will be right back. I'm back. Hopefully we'll see what happens. Sometimes it just be acting a fool like that. Just give me a second, guys. I need to bring all the stuff I had back again, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But like I said, the allegations that are coming out, the allegations that have been out here, that have been that we've seen. All right, there is a long list of things that have presented themselves over time. So now we're seeing all of it getting stitched together. Okay, we're seeing all of it get stitched together, which is absolutely insane. So hold on one second, guys. Want to make sure I got all this stuff here ready to go for you guys. Like I said, I had to reboot everything. So everything went bye-bye. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is so crazy. This whole thing is so freaking crazy. Like I said before, he is doing everything he can. He is doing everything he can to basically say, hey, these guys are doing bad. They're doing a lot of bad things. This is a very bad situation. They're paying these guys to go out there and find these people and trying to get them to sue Tony Buzbee. So now a lot of things that we did know back then, now we're getting more answers to the questions that we had a week ago or so. All right. So let me get into this article again one more time. We're going to try it again. All right. If it's sticky, it's sticky. I'm sorry, guys. It just is what it is. All right. But so he is accusing that Roc Nation's agents are trying to prevent the firm pursuing cases against Diddy. Again, I've asked again, if they ain't friends, he shouldn't even need to be doing this. This ain't his business. So why would he go out of his way to ask about things on behalf of Diddy? That doesn't make any sense. So in other words, if he could basically be straight up lying. And that's not good. Jay-Z, we're talking about. With his lawyer, Spyro, sitting there saying, we ain't friends. Okay. So Jay-Z's Roc Nation is being sued by Tony Busby, the lawyer representing the Jane Doe, accusing him and Diddy of attacking her in 2000. We've already gone through the NBC interview, which was very interesting. We saw the interview, and of course, this Jane Doe replies back saying that, hey, that there's a lot of inconsistencies for sure, but she still says that Jay-Z and Diddy did this to her. Real talk. That is some mind-blowing stuff. Now, allegedly, they're supposed to be doing some sort of lie detector test at some point this week with this Jane Doe. That'll be interesting too. I'm wondering if that's enough to hold water with this whole situation. But I do have my own theories, which we've already talked about in other shows about the lie detector test. Because let's not forget, if she had some sort of psychotic break and she believes in her mind, if it was a total fabrication and she believes in her mind that this and passed with flying colors. So there needs to be more smoking, the validity and the authenticity of what she's saying. But I will also say this too. I'm not taking off the table the believing her. Anything is possible. Anything is possible, but there are some certain things about her not being properly vetted before this lawsuit was filed and all that seemed very sloppy on behalf of Buzbee's law firm. Let's be real, guys. That is messy. And this is not the type of lawsuit, or this is not the time at all to be out here making messy movements, especially when you are a lawyer and your law firm is supposed to be absolutely checking every box, of course, crossing every T and dotting every lowercase J. And that's not it seems like that could possibly be what happened here. Certain things slip through the cracks, right? But let's move on. On Wednesday morning, he put out a statement, all right, which we are going to look at right here. It says here, today, the Busby law firm filed suit against Roc Nation and lawyers Marcy Croft and Quinn Emanuel for violation of various state laws, including including baratry and impersonation of a public official. The case was brought on behalf of a former client of the firm who was illegally solicited by agents working on behalf of the defendants. Again, those agents were out here in these streets interviewing people, having conversations with people, knocking on TikTok content creators and YouTube content creators as well, asking questions. Hey, who's paying you? Can we pay you more? So on and so forth. These alleged agents are the same agents that were calling up former clients of the Tony Buzbee law firm as well, offering them money to sue the Buzbee law firm. So let's continue on. These agents pretended to be working for the state of Texas. That is a big problem right there. And offered the former client money to sue the Buzbee law firm. This illegal conduct has happened more than 24 times to date. More than 24 times, y'all. They have been calling up more than 24 former clients of the Buzbee law firm, basically saying, hey, we'll give you the monies. How much will it take for you to come through and file a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee? Interesting, right? This illegal conduct has happened, let me say that again, more than 24 times to date, and has resulted in 2 utterly frivolous cases against the law firm. Let's not forget, remember, it's just about last week, there were things, we didn't talk about it, we didn't cover it on the channel, but there was a TMZ article that came out saying Tony Buzbee isn't paying his clients, isn't paying his clients their settlement money. A client is now suing Tony Buzbee because they say that that client didn't get paid in full his settlement money. Very interesting, right? Interesting how things are kind of starting to stitch together, right? This puzzle starting to flap together, right? Very interesting. The timing says a lot. So the law firm filed today. The lawsuit filed today. I'm sorry. Alleges that the defendant's conspiracy is intended to obstruct justice and prevent the Buzbee law firm from pursuing cases related to the Diddy litigation in New York. They ain't friends. This conduct isn't just alleged, it was caught on tape. Just do it again. Moving on. Defendant Marcy Croft, who describes herself on social media as part of Team Roc, in quotations, is orchestrating the conspiracy along with the assistance from defendant Quinn Emanuel. As you can see from this screenshot, Quinn Emanuel and Roc Nation have a long working history. The suit alleges defendant Roc Nation is financing the illegal effort. As set forth in the lawsuit earlier this week, agents acting on Croft's behalf, again, were caught on tape soliciting and offering money, in parentheses, up to $10,000 to former clients of the Buzbee law firm to convince them to file a frivolous case against the Buzbee law firm. $10,000, y'all. And it's interesting because remember, there's a recording or at least a transcript that Tony Buzbee put out last week or so, where he says some guy is already getting paid $1,000 to file to file a suit against Tony Buzbee. Apparently, he didn't hold out. He should have gotten that 10 grand. Real talk. If that was the case. But now the former clients are being offered up to $10,000 to file a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee and the Tony Buzbee law firm. Let me just say this too. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy the man's rep. They're trying to destroy his name and trying to destroy his reputation. Not only his reputation, but also the law firm's reputation as well. This is the whole purpose. That statement that Jay-Z put out initially when his name was unearthed and revealed to the world as part of a co-conspirator, a co-defendant in this Jane Doe lawsuit, what did he say in there? He said, basically, I'm about to expose you. I'm going to expose you for the snake that you are, Tony Buzbee. And then what happened 2 or 3 days later? A lawsuit dropped saying that Tony Buzbee wasn't paying his client the settlement money that he allegedly was rightfully owed. See what I'm saying? The timeline start the timeline now. All right. Timeline is timelining. Let's continue on. So again, these particular former clients are now getting upwards of $10,000 to get in front of another lawyer and suing the Buzbee law firm. Moving on in his statement, it says these folks have now stooped a new low to try to intimidate lawyers of the Buzbee law firm from doing their important work. They now are contacting clients and former clients and actually offering them money to sue me. This conduct was specifically targeted at our firm so we would not pursue cases related to the Diddy litigation. Let me be clear. We will not be bullied or intimidated. The defendants this time overstepped, got sloppy, and stupidly got caught at their legal scheme on tape. We have reported this conduct to the authorities and intend to cooperate with authorities to ensure all involved are prosecuted to the full extent allowed under Texas law. Whoa, this is bad. If these allegations are true, very, very bad. Long story, very, very short. This is not good. But again, this conduct is specifically targeted at our firm, so we could not pursue cases related to the Diddy litigation. But Jay-Z and Diddy aren't friends. Roc Nation is owned and, is owned by Jay-Z. Roc Nation is Jay-Z's baby. And you mean to tell me that they're running around here, he's allegedly paying private eyes to run around here in these streets asking about Diddy on behalf of Jay-Z? That doesn't make any sense. Like I said, that does not make any earthly sense. But don't worry, we got more for that age. We got more, though. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a trip down memory lane, okay? First and foremost, this is something that he posted literally a week ago. And so I want to share this too. Take a look at this. This is one of the photos. One of the photos of these investigators, as he called them to be. A week ago, he says, hey, there are investigators that are contacting my former clients, and now we're understanding clients as well, current and former clients, trying to get them to file lawsuits against Tony Buzbee and the law firm. There's a photo right here of one of these guys, going there and representing on behalf of these of this company that they are working under. Interesting, right? Now, I did have a photo up, and I need to pull that back up again. But so 1 second, guys. Just a minute. I got to pull it up. So give me a second. But what's interesting about this, okay, what's interesting about this whole thing is that these same people, at least one of these three guys, the guy on the far left, all the way to the far left, that guy is the same guy that was on TikTok or was caught on TikTok with a different private eye, knocking on content creators' doors, asking them, hey, who do you work for? Are you getting paid by anybody to talk about Diddy? And if so, are you willing to get paid more to tell a different story? To change your narrative? Are you willing to get paid more? Yeah, these same dudes are that same guy is right here. Let me show you what I mean. Badal, this guy right here is the same guy right here. So these guys, and in this particular TikTok video that we've already seen, we've played it, we've watched it, we've talked about it, and it's pretty wild, the information that is out here that has been shared. But what we've seen in that TikTok video, it's two random dudes walking around, knocking on doors, asking those same questions. Now they've shifted. Now they have a new agenda. Now they have a new assignment. And their assignment now, according to Tony Buzbee, allegations from Tony Buzbee, is to call up and visit also former clients of Tony Buzbee's and current clients of Tony Buzbee and say, hey, we will give you 10 racks to sue Tony Buzbee. And it's all because they're trying, it's an attempt at a smear campaign. They're trying to sway the court of public opinion, one lawsuit at a time. Imagine if he gets a tidal wave of lawsuits coming towards the law firm. Instantly, all of those allegations, all of the lawsuits that he is spearheading right now will all be up for question. Every single last one of them will be like, oh, well, maybe he is a ambulance chaser. Maybe he is a liar. Maybe he is after all this just for money and he's not really trying to get justice. Maybe he is a snake. That's literally what they're trying to do. Allegedly, from what Tony Buzbee is saying right now. This is according to Tony Buzbee. And if these allegations are true, then this is freaking sane. Like I said, that's pretty insane for us to look at something like this and see that going on, okay? To see all that is freaking nuts. These allegations, if they are real, this could be very damning. And again, he put this in a lawsuit. This lawsuit does exist now. He put it all together and he said, all right, F it. You guys are trying to take me out? Sure. You guys are doing some dirty too. Y'all doing dirty. Hold up. We now know, or at least he's alleging, that the people that are on the payroll, these private investigators, let me show you again, are people under Jay-Z's Roc Nation payroll. So it could be Jay-Z. This is what he's alleging. It could be Jay-Z that's actually pushing these guys to get out there and ask these questions, or it could be some higher up within Roc Nation asking these questions on behalf of not only just Diddy, but also Jay-Z. But again, it doesn't make any sense. Again, I will ask you, you're telling me y'all ain't friends? Then why you out here having private investigators knocking on doors, asking questions on behalf of Diddy? That doesn't make any sense. But one thing I do think that just popped in my head that is a possibility is that Jay-Z knew this was coming. He already knew that there was the allegations were coming, whether he did it or not, whether he's innocent or not. He knew that this stuff was going to go down. He freaked out and he's like, we got to get in front of this right now. And we got to pay people off. We got to get them going. And I do not like this Tony Buzbee. Who the hell's this guy? We got to take him down too. He's trying to tarnish my name. We're going to tarnish his name too. Let's go. And so that's what it basically is right here. Exactly, Gypsy Sparkle, damage control. Let me try to do it as best as I can. But right now, what Tony Buzbee's alleging is that he's doing it illegally, though. Damage control in the most illegal type of way. So let's take a look at this. We already looked at this last week, but we're looking at it again because now it's all starting to make more sense. So it says here, another statement from Tony Buzbee last week showing these private investigators at a particular person's home. It's the same type. This is the same type of approach like they did with the TikTok and YouTube creators. So Tony Buzbee says here, in quotations, investigators from New York, and they did have heavy New York accents, the guys that were on TikTok and on YouTube. So that's very interesting. So investigators from New York have contacted many of our law firm's current and former clients. These investigators aren't very smart. What they didn't anticipate was one of the clients decided to record the conversation. It's shocking and illegal. Here's a portion taken directly from the transcript of the contact. Now, what's interesting about this is now it's going to start making more sense now. Hear me out. All right. According to the recording, this is just a transcript of it, of course, but it's all from the investigator's side. He's saying in a couple of days, or maybe by next week, anyone Googling Buzbee and his company, his practice, are going into litigation. Okay. Now, let me just say this. Now it makes more sense because when I read it a week ago, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. What he's basically saying is when you Google Buzbee and his law firm, you are going to see nothing but litigations fill up the Google page. That's what's going to happen. This is what Tony Buzbee's saying that he has in a recording. So the plan is to basically do a smear campaign on Tony Buzbee and his law firm. So as soon as somebody types in Tony Buzbee, it'll be like sued, and it'll be all within days of each other. Like I said, instantly TMZ, as soon as that first lawsuit came out, whoever got paid quick. And that lawsuit was filed saying that he didn't pay somebody off. He didn't pay his client what they were rightfully due after a settlement, which is insane. That was one of them. Now he's saying that he has another one too, like a second one, another frivolous lawsuit that he has to deal with now too. But that's just two so far. If they reached out to over 24 individuals, I'm sure they're all looking at that money and going, man, gas is expensive. A gallon of milk is insane. Can't even buy a dozen eggs without going broke. Give me that money. That's insane, right? Some people just want money, and that's sad. So that part is interesting. Googling, you're going to see that instantly. it'll be a full-on tidal wave of lawsuits against Tony Buzbee and the law firm, discrediting and destroying and smearing both brands and reputations at the same damn time. Moving on, though, he says, what we're trying to do is we are trying to put this thing together for the company that we're working for. The company that we're working for. Could it be Roc Nation? I mean, that's what Tony Buzbee's saying. That's what he is alleging. That's what he's saying in this lawsuit. But he did say this company that we're working for. In fact, that other video on TikTok that has been seen over 1 million times, I'm sure by now, they say the same thing. Oh, the company that we're working for, we're wondering if blah, blah, blah. The company that we're working for, so on and so forth. They're saying the same thing. It's not like the individual or we have a party that is interested in so on and so forth. No, they are literally saying the company that we are working for. Again, could it be Roc Nation? Moving on, we could get you paid. You get paid or you get money right soon, you know? We gave this kid $1,000. Like I said, 1,000, that should have been 10. Other people got 10. He should have waited out. But anyway, we gave this kid $1,000 to start yesterday just to get him on the right path. So maybe a down payment of $1,000. At the end of the day, this is going to go through the courts. Busby is getting sued. So the whole thing is we are here to destroy Tony Buzbee's name, and we're going to try to do that the best that we can. Now, allegedly, Tony Buzbee has this all on tape. He says these guys are on tape offering to pay my firm's clients to sue our law firm. That's a crime. Now, again, we all saw that. Right? We all saw this last week. He said he had recordings. He said a former client was kind enough to record this conversation that these investigators had with his client or former client. Regardless, he has recordings of this going on. And now he's saying that the same dudes that were in that TikTok video, or one of the guys that was in that TikTok video, is the same guy that's running around, I guess in Texas right now, making phone calls and knocking on people's doors, asking them questions on behalf of a company that they are working for. He is now saying that that company that they are working for is that of Jay-Z's Roc Nation. Unfreaking believable. That's unbelievable. So as much as we've all been wondering, hey, who are these people knocking on, who's the company that's knocking on these doors, asking these questions? Who is it? Who could it be? Why? What entity is doing that? Could it really be Diddy doing this from behind bars while he's locked up? Or is it somebody else? Could it be somebody else who's trying to cover their own tracks or is nervous about the destruction that their name is going to, like, what is coming for them, the destruction that's coming for them as soon as their name is dropped? Isn't that interesting? Thank you. But isn't that it? And I forgot to turn on that light. But isn't that interesting? Think about that, guys. Think about that. There we go. Some wild, wild stuff, y'all. So it does make you wonder. And he's saying that it is Roc Nation that's putting this whole thing together and paying these private investigators to show up and have these conversations. That's insane. Okay. Now, we already know about Jay-Z accusing Diddy accusing Tony Buzbee of extortion. But let's get into this. Their legal filing included claims about one who reportedly approached Buzbee's firm with unrelated this is what Jay-Z's team said, that there were people calling in and saying, hey, I'm a victim of SA as well, but it wasn't Diddy. And they're saying that people in the firm were like, hey, how about this? Why don't you change the man's name into Diddy and also Jay-Z, and we'll put that lawsuit out there. We got you, and we'll make money. How's that? That's what Jay-Z's alleging that the law firm, Buzbee's law firm, is doing with some of these accusers that are stepping forward. And if that's true, man. However, Busby claims Jay-Z's Team Roc, quote unquote, Team Roc agents were caught on tape soliciting and offering money up to $10,000 to former clients of the Busby firm to convince them to file a frivolous case against the Busby law firm. He added, let me be clear, we will not be bullied or intimidated. The defendants this time overstepped, got sloppy, and stupidly got caught at their illegal scheme on tape, which we already went through and looked at. He also revealed that the firm reported the matter to authorities and intends to fully cooperate with any prosecution. Yeah, if that's the case, I'd love to see some criminal charges if this is true. And of course, I'm gonna be real too. I want to see the recordings, or I want to hear the recordings. Show us the Carfax. I want to see the proof. Just like anybody else, I want to see the proof. If they're out here doing that, that's bad. But I will say also, Bafana, I agree. But I will also say they've been sloppy. They've been sloppy. These private investigators have been sloppy. They've been caught on tape having conversations with people, being like, "Hey, we're just wondering, who are you working for? No, we're just here. We're just here to have a conversation. It's nothing big. We are on a public street, so we can't. We can stay here if we want to, but here it is. We're not here to intimidate. We're not here to scare you. We're just asking a question. Who's paying you? And are you willing to get paid more? You're saying this all on dude is filming you like this camera out, like, who you? And that's so weird. And it's all caught on tape. And now he's saying this. Now I will say this too. Okay, and that now we have this lawsuit from Tony Buzbee, and he's connecting the dots. Now, are these dots really connected in this way? I don't know. This is what Tony Buzbee is alleging. But what's interesting about this, though, too, is that now we're getting into a place where it's getting sloppy. It's been sloppy. As soon as it's been sloppy, it's been an absolute mess. Let's be real, okay? It's been a mess for a while. And I feel like it's a lot of, well, you did this. No, now but you did this, though. It feels like a little bit of this finger pointing situation. And to me, it's fine if Tony Buzbee is connecting the dots and they did some illegal activity. Absolutely. Do you, boo-boo. File that lawsuit. But what I want to know more importantly, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Is the Jane Doe credible? That's what I give a damn about. Sure, that stuff, that's terrible, what's going on. And yeah, if they are doing that and you have smoking gun evidence on that, then let them reap what they sow. But I think the main thing that we all want to know, because she is admitted that there is inconsistencies in her statement, in her story, in her account of what she alleges happened between her, Diddy, Jay-Z, and female celebrity B. Are we gonna correct that? Just being real, that should be a focus right now. Just saying. Has the lie detector test happened yet? Because even if it's, I don't know. To me, I feel like for court, it may be irrelevant, but I feel like for the court of public opinion, it might ease some of us that are side-eyeing this situation right now. But right now, it feels like it's just well, you messed up. Let me show you how you messed up. Oh, and then Jay-Z comes back. Oh, well, you think I messed up? Well, then you messed up too. This is how you messed up. It's just been this finger pointing thing, back and forth and back and forth, and that's fine. We reporting it. We talking about it. Is interesting, but at the same time, I'm going, well, you also have, like, right here, you have Jay-Z's attorney going out here doing a big ass press briefing, with a PowerPoint presentation, nonetheless, sitting here saying, hey, look, the timeline ain't timelining, so drop the case, Your Honor. That's basically, and he's saying, court of public opinion, look, the timeline ain't timelining. You can't be mad at Jay-Z. He's a good man, and they're not friends. Him and Jay-Z are not friends. I want to see how they're really going to solidify this thing. You also got to remember, and I said this last night too, it is Wednesday, noon, my time, okay? It's lunchtime right now. Have we heard anything from any lawyer saying, yes, we going to keep it moving, or nah, this case, this particular lawsuit has been dismissed? Have we or have we not? Last I checked, as far as where we are right now in this recording, this live, I have heard nothing of the sort. You know for a fact, as soon as that drops, the decision to or not to, the internet would be lit up right now. Absolutely. We'd be live right now talking about it. It's been dismissed, damn, or it's going to continue, damn. Everybody would be bringing on some sort of lawyer expert, dropping in their commentary and their expertise in the whole thing as well. I mean, let's be real. We would be talking about it, but are we? We are not. But I'm also waiting I'd like to see Tony Busby step up a little bit more and show us how or what he is doing to make this particular lawsuit more solid. How is he going to solidify this lawsuit? What is he doing to properly vet this Jane Doe? Because he says, we're in the process of vetting. What are you doing then? What exactly are you doing? It is, I mean, this whole thing is pretty interesting. It is pretty wild. From what Tony Busby's alleging, let me just say that too, and I already said it a million times before, but I'll say it again. What Tony Busby's alleging is that Roc Nation is the company that these private investigators showed up. These are the people that are paying these private investigators to run around and start hitting up people, hitting up content creators, all the way to former and current clients of the Buzbee law firm, trying to coerce these people, pay them to either change their narrative, like Diddy ain't so bad, to filing lawsuits against the Tony Buzbee law firm. He has connected the dots and he's saying Jay-Z, his company, is the one that is payrolling these goons. That is insane. And if those allegations are true, Diddy, Jay-Z, are you sure you ain't friends? You sure you guys ain't friends? Like, you sure? Hold on. Let me share this with y'all too. Let me just share this with y'all. Little trip down memory lane. I'm happy I found this because we still got it. This is one of the guys right here. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Ah, damn, that doesn't help. Well, you got biceps over here, and then you got dude here in I think he's got like the Mets colored team colored shoes over here. Heavy New York accents. They're at this guy, this content creator, this TikToker's home, and they're talking to him. Let me just remind y'all of this. This is a quick trip down memory lane. Pretty insane stuff.
Investigators who have come to my private home asking about influencers. This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why. I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Absolutely not.
And you have the thin blue. This is frightening. I think. Can you guys step away from my home?
We're in a public street, so the answer is no. But I'm not. Listen, we're not trying to give you a hard time.
Why are you here? What do you mean? You're showing up at my house.
We're very nice and respectful, and we will be. I just have two quick questions for you, and if you want to be interested in it, great. If not, I'll have a nice day. We're not.
What is this? This is odd.
So
you have to admit this is very weird.
It always is, and people always ask us the same question.
They've been going to other people's homes. And I'm just bringing this up because we've already seen this weeks ago. But now they're saying that now they're saying, Tony Busby is saying that these gentlemen are being paid by Roc Nation. That is the company that they are working for. But they stopped doing content creators, from my understanding. Now they are going over to former clients of Tony Busby's. This is what Tony Busby is claiming and alleging in this lawsuit. Insane.
I'm happy to explain it to you.
What?
Very simply, we were just hired to speak to a few people that do, have a lot of followers, stuff like that, on different platforms.
What is this about the Diddy stuff I report on?
Somewhat, yes.
Wow.
Not necessarily Diddy stuff, but people are involved in just stuff like that. So basically, a very simple question is are you paid to influence that's stories like that in any direction?
No, not at all.
That's all we wanted to know. Because if the company is, they're looking into people who are.
Are you guys going to pay me for this visit?
Hold on. Let me roll that back one more again. Hold on. For all y'all in the nosebleed seats, let me make sure I'm going to turn this up just a smidge so y'all can hear this. Let this soak all the way down to your plums. What did he say?
Stories like that in any direction?
No, not at all.
That's all we wanted to know. Because if the company is, they're looking into people who are.
Are you guys going to?
Because if the company that we're working for, right there, the company, who's the company? Could it be Roc Nation?
They're looking into people who are.
Are you guys?
They're looking into people who are talking about the JC stuff. Huh? Ha! New Yorkers. A freaking walking here. New Yorkers. Roc Nation. Where's it at? Isn't it? Where's Jay-Z from originally? Where's all this stuff coming from? I mean, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Is going to pay me for this visit? Like, this is frightening. Like, I'm super. You have to admit, if I came to your house and like, I thought this was a joke. I thought I have a friend coming over business right now. Like, this is extremely weird for me. I have 100,000 followers. I'm not making any money.
That's one of the reasons.
What's interesting about this too is that he's literally here filming the whole thing, and they're not sitting there going like, I gotta go. Like these particular private investigators aren't looking at this and going, no, never mind. We're gonna leave. They're private investigators. That's what they do. They're private investigators. They're not supposed to be all up in these videos and all up in these cameras and stuff. They should have turned around and walked. Like, no, I don't want my face on camera. F it. Bye. We'll go to the next house. Okay. Somebody asked what would happen if I'd be laughing in their face and shutting the door. I'd be like, say less, bro. I have no interest. Boom. Okay. I'd be walking away myself as well. You see what I'm saying? It is odd. This is very, very odd. So it is smart that this guy filmed this for sure. But at the same time, my God, it's weird that he didn't. Not the content creator. I'm saying these two guys that they didn't walk away. They stood there and they kept talking. That's weird, y'all. That's very weird. And saying all this stuff, which seems very questionable what they're talking about here. Very questionable. But in my mind, I'm like, is that illegal? Is that illegal, or is that even legal what they're talking about? It just seems a bit odd. You assume this isn't staged. Well, what's interesting is this guy right here is the other guy somewhere at another person's home, at another Tony Buzbee's former client's front door. That's odd. That's odd. Let's continue on, though.
Here, and that's the question that we're asking. If someone contacts you, say, in the last 6 months and is paying you to influence in a certain way.
No.
Either one way.
Is it illegal if somebody would have?
So the answer is no.
Okay, I wish somebody would have. I'd
It's
love to be
certainly not.
making real money off this.
2 seconds. I'll explain to try to make you feel better.
I mean, this is
Very
terrifying.
Simply, very simply, if somebody was paying you,
Right?
the company we work for, just asking that question.
Right.
Company we work for.
They would just be willing to possibly offer you money to know who and see what's going on.
Oh, wow. Well, they're paying me $1 million. Will you guys give me $2 million? I'm joking. But seriously, this is very odd, you guys. You guys came to my house. It makes me feel slightly good that maybe I'm getting some notoriety for this, but this is crazy.
So again, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So apparently there's tons of things influencing going around.
Okay.
A huge percentage of it is all bots, not real.
Interesting.
Certain
No,
things
I'm real.
They say that it's all bots. Wow. So it's just out here AI. All of this is fake. All this stuff that's coming out. Like this is ridiculous, right? And you get the general idea. You hear it. They're asking, "Hey, what's up? Can we pay you more money and all that?" I don't think that this particular content creator is lying about this or staging any of this. There's another YouTuber that did a video as well talking about this. And she says that in a separate video, not this video I'm going to share with you guys now, but she's a YouTuber and, a highly respected YouTuber from what I've gathered and from the content I've seen her do on YouTube. She's sitting there saying the same story and saying that these two men are exactly the two men that were knocking on her door as well. That and asking questions like, "Can we pay you more money?" That's some weird stuff. Let me show you this video too. Here it is.
Two private investigators just visited a place I used to live in search of me, and they were coming to ask me whether or not I've been paid to talk about P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities on my show. Now, luckily, the person I used to live with called me on the phone so I could talk to these guys. They did not immediately disclose that they were private investigators. I had to coax that out of them through being quite hostile to them throughout the conversation. But they kept bringing up my content that I made in regard to P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities. They would not say who they were working for and who had hired them to come and travel around to these different influencers. But they did say that they would be going to multiple influencers who are talking about these stories to figure out whether or not they're being paid by a specific entity to share them. Now, I am definitely not paid to talk about what I talk about on my channel, but they said not only would they pay me to disclose who I was being paid by, but they would pay me more than whatever I was getting to share the opposite story. I don't know who these guys were. I don't even know if they were telling the truth, but they did say there were 10 other influencers that they were going to be visiting. So I'm putting this out there in case this happens to anybody else. And I will be going more in depth as to what happened on my show today in case you want any further information.
Now, again, I really don't think that these individuals are going out of their way to make up stuff for the sake of a few views or a few clicks. Okay. I really don't see that. I really don't. I see this being true. We are hearing that now we're hearing that they are ventured off. Instead of going to content creators, they're venturing off to Tony Buzbee's clients or former clients now. Again, let me just say this, though. It's all alleged. This is what Tony Buzbee's alleging about Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation. Now, has he successfully connected the dots? I don't know. But it is pretty damn, it's pretty damn interesting hearing this information and seeing what we see here. That is some wild stuff. But you see this. He says he has on tape a conversation with one of these investigators talking to one of his former or maybe current client, trying to get them to sue him and his company and his firm. He has this on tape. And it is sloppy. You're telling me that them walking up and showing up to where is it? I'm just trying to find it again. You're telling me that, and this is really crappy, fuzzy photos, but you're telling me that this TikTok video that we just watched, same dude right here. That's the same guy. Bang, 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 bang. It's the same dude. They are sloppy. They are sloppy, and they're saying all this stuff on camera. It is very sloppy, if you ask me. So if it is true, if this information is true, that is some wild stuff. The allegations here are big. And if they are doing illegal activity, Jay-Z may be in more trouble. Not even on accusers, not even on SA accusers, but another accuser, a different accuser, Tony Buzbee, saying that they are impersonating agents. They're impersonating law enforcement, basically, officials of the state of Texas. Okay, that they're acting like they. I'm trying to get the right quote because I want to get that. Pretending to be working for the state of Texas. Yes, right here. Just so you guys can see this, proof positive. Let me show you. These agents pretended. Whoops. These agents. Where is it? These agents pretended to be working for the state of Texas and offered the former client money to sue the Busby law firm. These agents were impersonating, acting like they were working for the state of Texas. That's crazy, guys. Then on top of it, hey, we will pay you money to go and sue Tony Busby, which is also illegal. So again, these allegations are damning. These allegations are serious. Do they have merit? Do they have weight? That's a question I'd leave up to the courts, and I leave up to you guys. Because I know some of y'all looking at this and going, nah, this is not true. He's just making things up for the sake of making things up. Well, I guess only time will tell. And we will find out soon enough if Tony Busby is just making this up or not. But I will say this too. He needs to really focus, in my personal opinion, now that this is filed, cool. It's done. It's filed. Now focus on the 120 victims that you have that are accusing these individuals of doing very bad things. Make sure they are properly vetted. Make sure that they are all really telling the full truth. Because we still have that possibility of people slipping through the cracks, being believed only to find out that they're not telling the truth. That is still a possibility. We just saw something that just happened last week or so, okay, with Misha. She claimed to be the girl in the D&G shirt, and she for damn sure was not that, which is still deplorable and sad to be completely real on as well. Let me grab some of these super chats here really quick. Mimi, thank you so much for the super stickers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Matt Hatter, question, is LB going to be called as a witness? No. Mimi, thank you so much for gifting 2 memberships. I appreciate it. And for those 2 that just became members, okay, Mimi just gave you some positivity. All I ask for you to do is pay it forward, okay? Open the door for somebody, say something nice to somebody, tell somebody happy holidays just because you can, all right? Pay it forward, please and thank you. Carmenize, thank you so much. Do you know that every time sleazy people do sleazy things and gets caught, a ginger up in Canada smiles? Oh, okay. A redhead, I see you. Save some souls. Smash that like button before I get my freckled fetcher 3000. Oh, damn. They get better and better every time, Carbonize. Damn. They get better and better. You're writing these in your notes, and then you're copying and pasting them, aren't you? You gotta be. It's just, these are getting really good. They're always really good, man. Damn. Billy Goat, gruff. Thank you so much for the love. So you can make a fake lawsuit and have a problem with me. I mean, I feel like that's with everybody. If there's a fake lawsuit, I feel like anybody who files any type of fake lawsuit, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem with that person's who that lawsuit is filed against, right? I feel like we can all agree on that. Rianne, thank you so much for gifting the membership. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family, that new member. Again, pay it forward. Pay it forward, pay it forward, pay it forward. That's all I ask, okay? Positivity. We need it more than ever, more than anything in the world. But again, if Jay-Z is really, and again, these are all just allegations, and this is just the lawsuit. If Jay-Z is really out here doing this the way he's doing this is wild. This is insane. This is crazy. Those are the 3 words I can think of right now off the top of my head. Jay-Z may have some splaining to do. Jay-Z may have a lot of splaining to do, and I'm ready for it. He needs to respond because because the allegations of it being Roc Nation, if he doesn't respond, if he doesn't make a statement on this, then Tony Buzbee ain't wrong. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Every time something has happened in these streets, in these internet streets, at least legally, as soon as his name was revealed, he put out a statement. As soon as Jane Doe spoke out and there was inconsistencies, what did he do? He put out another statement. Then you have his own lawyers going out here doing PowerPoint presentations, sitting there going, see, the timeline ain't timelining, so you got to dismiss the case. Something like this, an allegation like this saying, hey, he's harassing people. His company is harassing people and doing illegal activity. If he doesn't make a statement on this, that tells me something. Personally, it just does. That tells me something. He's been on it with everything else, but it's like, and another thing, and another thing. And then as soon as this lawsuit, it drops, he goes, yeah. He hasn't said anything as of yet. I'm sure he will. But if these allegations are true, oh boy, he can't lie. He already lied to us already, saying that he's not friends with Diddy. I'm sorry. Sorry. Rianne, thank you so much for another gift. Welcome to the family. Merry Christmas. Merry Criminal. Merry Criminal. All right? It's criminal time. All right? Criminal time. It's the season of giving. And it seems like legally, there's a lot of lawsuits getting given. And this is some crazy-ish. Nikki, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I appreciate it. Okay? It's the most wonderful time of the year. All right? But this, I'm waiting for him to say something. In fact, I'm going to check. I'm just going to check just to see. Because, you know, TMZ is pretty quick with the stuff. They'll put all that stuff out really, really fast. So I'm just looking quickly. Nah, nothing so far. Because you know for a fact it'd be headlines. It'd be the top of the list. Let me just check on the X, because X is diabolical. Oh, snap. No, not possible. Are you serious? Okay, so it is true, because I thought that, okay. So apparently there is, let's take a look at this. This is a little bit of a left turn, but it has to do with Diddy and all this stuff too. Okay, Inner City Press put this out. Thank you guys for adding me on the X. All right, but let's take a listen to this. I think it's the very beginning part of this where they talk about, I guess there's a hearing coming up, right?
Here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here in Foley Square today. Wednesday, December 18th, 2024. Now, later in the day, Sean Combs, Diddy, Cuff Daddy, will be in the Southern District of New York Courthouse, and we'll be covering it at 2 p.m. But there's...
What I'm questioning is, what is he doing back in court today? Why am I don't know about this. I knew that there's some sort of hearing, but what is it for? Right? So that means, oh, damn. Oh, I'll be back at it again. But very interesting, though, right? Right?
Many cases to cover before that, including one in the building right behind me, 40 Foley. But first, yesterday, just over here, in 80 Center Street, we attended the press conference by Alvin.
Oh, it's for the Luigi. Okay. So Inner City Press, shout out to Inner City Press. That man, I don't know. Does he ever sleep? Okay. Does he ever sleep? I'm quite curious about that. But again, there is another hearing that's happening today. I think it will be very interesting. That's going to be happening allegedly it'll be happening in about 30 minutes. So I'll keep an eye on that. I might do a live. I may do it. I don't know yet. I'm not fully I don't know. I'm not fully sure if I'm going to do that. But real quick, Carbonize, thank you so much. This Christmas in Texas, you get a lawsuit. You get this Christmas in Texas, you get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. Everyone gets a lawsuit. Yeah, that's Buzbee. He's doing his Oprah moment right now. Everybody. In fact, Jay-Z doing his Oprah moment too. You know what I mean? He's having an Oprah moment too. Everybody going to get a lawsuit. I don't give a damn. He's going after everybody. Okay? And also, no, I make these up on the fly, pal. LOL. Wow, that's well. You fire with those things, okay? You fire with those, like your red hair, just fire, okay? So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But again, yeah. So what say you guys? What say you guys on all this? Do you think these allegations have merit? Are they solid, or do you think it's absolute trash? Definitely let me know. I may be back on very shortly. Because there is this hearing. I am quite curious to see what's going to happen here. Just give me a little bit of grace. I got to take care of a few things. I just didn't know what time it was happening. Michael, if I come back on, I will do a poll on that. All right. But I gotta hop off and take care of a few things. Okay. If I'm coming back on for this court hearing. Okay. So I think what is being said is very damning. If Buzbee actually has proof, holy crap, Jay-Z's in a lot of trouble. If these allegations are true. Again, Tony Buzbee could be doing everything he can to save face right now, because he just kind of face planted in front of the whole world with this particular Jane Doe. I'm not sitting here saying that she's lying. I'm not sitting here saying that she's telling the truth. All I'm saying is you got NBC completely just exposing and pointing out all the inconsistencies. Then on top of that, she responds back saying, yes, there are inconsistencies in what I said. It's bad. Then Tony Buzbee's like, we're still vetting her. It's not good, not a good look. So I get Tony Buzbee might be a little scared because he's fumbling the ball and he's trying to recover the ball right now by putting out this other stuff like, hey, I look bad, this guy looks bad. Look at what he's been doing. His company's paying investigators to try to pay former clients of mine to try to tarnish my name out here in these streets. And that's illegal. See? So now it's just a pointing fingers game. Wild stuff, guys. Wild stuff. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I'll be back. I'll try to be back in a little bit. Okay? I got a few things I got to take care of. I got to see if I can get those things done. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know if I come back on to watch this court hearing. I may hop on after the court hearing is over. I don't know yet, but we're going to talk about it, okay? I'll let you guys know here soon. Hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you are watching on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, make sure you hit that follow button on all those platforms. Make sure you're subscribed here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips, please and thank you. That would be amazing. Hit that notification bell, set it to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it is random. Hit that join button down below. Become a member. Support the channel if you can. Check out my Patreon and my locals. That would be dope. And then, of course, let's not forget, check out PascalMerch.com. You can get stuff like this, what I'm wearing right now, handcrafted, made by yours truly. Go check it out. We got some really, really great stuff on PascalMerch.com. And, of course, if you want to support the GoFundMe that I have, the holiday special that I'm putting together, okay, that we're still in the middle of production on, please, by all means, go check out my GoFundMe link. It's in the description box down below, and it's pinned to the top of the chat right now as we speak. All right. But anyway, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. If I hop back on, it may be, a little bit later, but just stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is on. All right. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.